Welcome back everybody to Photo Heal. Today is Tech Tuesday and we're gonna have some good old times. Let's get going.
I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulders, a heart full of blues and in the dirt.
Welcome back everybody for the next episode of Photo Heal. Healing through the art of photography. Let's get started. We're going to be focusing on using our phones today. Now, today isn't about actually taking the photograph. It's about taking the photographs that you've already taken and bumping them up to the next level using Adobe Lightroom. Now, if you don't know what Adobe Lightroom is, it's a photo taking app and you can alter the photos in there. And don't worry, I'm not asking you to buy anything. Adobe Lightroom Mobile is free. So why are we using Adobe Lightroom? First of all, I want to get everybody on the same page so that we're all using the same program. It's easy for me to describe something because if you're using an Android phone and you have a different photo app, then it's going to get confusing. They all pretty much do the same thing, but if we all have the same program, it's going to be so much easier and it's just going to be consistent all the way around. I'm going to have you go into your respective app stores. You're going to search for Lightroom, go ahead and download it. Once it's downloaded, then we're going to jump into the basics of how to adjust a photo. So go ahead, download it. I'll wait. Did you get it yet? Might have a slow connection, I don't know. Welcome back. I'm glad you got it. All right, so let's dive right on in. Right here on my screen, what you're looking at are just 3 pictures that I put into a collection called #PhotoHeal. You can see that right up in here, okay? Collections are basically folders. If you have a lot of photos and you want to organize them really well, then that's how you're gonna do it. But don't worry about it. We're not gonna talk about collections really. I'm gonna introduce you to quite a few things. Don't try to assimilate everything, okay? Today is all about taking your photos and bumping them up the next step, okay? So taking kind of a flat image and making it pop. That's what we want. Because on Friday, we're gonna start posting to Instagram. Now we're gonna go with a cool photo, and this one's cool. I don't just mean temperature. I mean this, I love this photo. Okay, this is the first photo that I ever took with a macro lens. Now what a macro lens does is it allows you to get really, really close without it getting blurry. So as you can see, this fly was on my car. And so I grabbed my macro lens, which I had literally just got. I walked out of the UPS store, was going through the parking lot, got to my car, got the macro lens onto my phone, and I was like, I'm gonna get the fly. It was awesome. I loved it. My wife is very patient with me. She actually likes doing it too. I love macro photography. What I'm gonna do, very first thing, is you can see that there's a lot of information, there's a lot of photograph that isn't, it's down here over on the bottom right, okay? I want to get rid of that. Super easy to do. You hit crop, bring it up like this, boom baby, okay? You can adjust it wherever you want. Now you can see that grid there, okay? Now that has to do with rule of thirds. It helps you line things up. Don't worry about the rule of thirds right now. We can get into that much later. But basically, you want to have in rule of thirds, typically you want to have something at one of these points here. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. And it just makes it a little more appealing. So what I'm going to do is put his mouth basically right on that bottom right one. Okay, and then he's centered. Now you don't always have to have things centered. You can have more visual interest if you don't center things. But in this particular case, I'm going to center it because I love this guy. So you go ahead and hit that check mark. Now if I wanted to change the crop ratio, I could do 1:1 square. I could do 11 by 8.5, which is good if you want to print it up on a piece of paper that big. You click here again, say you wanted just a little 4:3, you can do that, and it gives you the aspect ratio already. Now in my case, I liked the original one, I just wanted it smaller. So again, we bring this guy right over here. Actually, we'll put his butt there and his face there, and perfect, almost. See, rule of thirds doesn't always work perfectly. I like him right in the center. So that's where we're gonna have him. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the light, okay? You can see on my histogram there, it's almost all dark, and you can tell in the picture, look at how much black is in that picture. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the exposure up just a tidge. Tidge, is that a word? It is now. Okay. So contrast, of course, we're gonna pump that up a little bit. Highlights, now I can bring that down, I can bring it up, but I wanna bring in more information so you can see more. I'm gonna bring that down. I'm gonna bring the shadows down, shadows up again so I can see more. And then the whites, I'm gonna kick the whites up, bring the blacks down, and so there you have it. So we're gonna do with the cooler effect here. And we bring down the temp. Now see, I could go all the way down there. Looks kind of chilly. That's not what I'm going for though. Now see, if I bring the warmness up, it looks good. But I want to bring it down so it kind of puts a chill in your bones. There we go. Okay, it's just a little bit. This is really good if you want to pull out. Usually what I'll do is I'll do like in a sky. I'll bring the warmness up and I'll bring a little bit of red if I want to put magenta rather, put a little more magenta into the sky, but I usually don't touch that too much. Now, the vibrance, again, we could bring it way up. He looks actually kind of cool. He looks metallic there. But we're not going to do that. We're going to bring it down. Oh, wow. Kind of looks flat now. Okay, so I'm going to keep that pretty high. There's the before. That's after. So saturation again, if I went up, that looks kind of awesome. It doesn't look realistic, but I kind of like it. It looks like an Iron Man fly. Yeah, right on. Okay, so I'm actually going to keep my saturation up pretty high. Okay, there's the before, there's the after. You can see some iridescence in his wings come up. Okay, so look at that face. It's so cool. Okay, so lastly, we're gonna bring the clarity up a little bit. Again, we could do that, be Superfly. That looks awesome. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I never pump it up that much, but look at his wings now. That is killer. So dehaze again, you could do that. That also looks pretty cool. I just love this photo. So basically anything I do to it, I'm just gonna be in love with it. So let's bring that vignette back. All right, we'll bring it down a little bit. Keep going. This one needs a little bit more than usual. And so there's before and there's after. I am in love with this photo just as is. So, boom, that's it. That's all you have to do, okay? Again, you could play with the presets. You could just do preset and just leave it alone and you could love it. And that's awesome. See how excited I am about this? All I did was I took a photo that I really liked and I just started playing around with it. Like I love this. I can't be depressed when it comes to playing with photos. So I hope you got something from this episode. I know I did. I look forward to our next episode because I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. Like I said on yesterday's video, if you have a comment and you're like, Dave, why didn't you said this, but that didn't happen? Like what? Just call me out on it. It's cool. I want to be able to help you, help me to help you. Help me to help you. That's going to wrap it up for today. On Friday, we're going to go over Instagram, how to take those photos right from Lightroom, upload it into Instagram, and then share it with the world. Come on back for Friday. We're going to have a good old time, and we're going to keep on going. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be good to each other. I could not show you. This is the macro lens. I'm going to take a photo of you. Let's see, photo. Yeah. Oh, look how dusty that lens is.